Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking to you about various extreme defense mechanisms within the insect orders Lepidoptera, Hymenoptera, and Coleoptera. So first, we must ask the question, why must insects defend themselves? And there are four main reasons. Number one, to avoid being eaten. If an insect cannot defend itself, it is likely to be consumed. Number two, to survive and reproduce. The ultimate goal for any living organism, including insects, is to survive long enough to reproduce and pass on its genes to the next generation. Predation is a significant threat to an insect's survival. Number three, high predation risk. Insects are a crucial part of the food web and serve as a primary food source for a vast array of animals, including birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, mammals, and even other arthropods. And four, maintaining population viability. While individual survival is key, the collective survival of a species population is also at stake. If too many individuals are lost, the overall population can decline, leading to extirpation or endangering the species as a whole. The extreme defense mechanisms we will be talking about are the assassin caterpillar's venomous bristles, the bullet ant's painful venomous sting, and the bombardier beetle's boiling chemical spray. First up, the assassin caterpillar, Lenomia obliqua, is in the order Lepidoptera, which includes the butterflies and moths. The caterpillars grow up to 2 inches long, and the adults have a 7-inch wingspan. They're found in Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Argentina. Their diet includes various types of plants. To defend themselves, they have camouflage in both the caterpillars and the adults, and venomous urticating bristles in the caterpillars. They have no predators because nothing messes with these guys. Here's how the assassin caterpillar's venom defense mechanism works. The caterpillar's body is covered in clumps of sharp, hollow spines, or bristles. These are not passive hairs, but are specialized venom delivery systems. Each spine is connected to a venom gland or a sac at its base, where the toxins are produced and stored. When a predator, or an unsuspecting human, presses against the caterpillar, these spines easily penetrate the skin. The pressure causes the fragile tips of the hollow bristles to break off, allowing the venom to flow from the venom sacs through the hollow channel of the spine and into the puncture wound. Because these caterpillars often live in groups on tree trunks, accidental contact can easily result in multiple envenomations from numerous bristles simultaneously, leading to a significant dose of venom. The venom of Lenomia obliqua is a complex cocktail of biologically active proteins and enzymes that have profound and severe effects on the victim's body, primarily targeting the blood coagulation system and causing a hemorrhagic syndrome. Contact with the caterpillar immediately causes intense burning pain, a localized inflammatory reaction, redness, swelling, and sometimes blisters at the site of envenomation. The first stage is disseminated intravascular coagulation. The most dangerous effect of the venom is its potent procoagulant activity. Unlike venoms that simply prevent clotting, this species actively triggers the coagulation cascade. This leads to widespread formation of small blood clots within blood vessels throughout the body. Stage 2 is consumptive coagulopathy. As coagulation factors and platelets are rapidly used up in the systemic clotting process, their levels in the blood plummet. This consumption of clotting factors paradoxically leads to a state where the blood can no longer clot effectively when and where it's needed. This means first you clot too much, then not at all. The third stage is hemorrhagic syndrome. Following the initial procoagulant phase and the subsequent depletion of clotting factors, a severe bleeding disorder ensues, typically within 24 to 72 hours. Symptoms include extensive bruising under the skin, collections of blood outside blood vessels, blood in the urine, bleeding from the gums, nosebleeds, vomiting blood, black tarry stools due to gastrointestinal bleeding, and bleeding into the lungs and brain, which are often the cause of death. There are some additional effects. Secondary fibrinolysis is where the body attempts to break down the widespread clots, leading to an increase in fibrin degradation products, further complicating the hemostatic imbalance. Within a few hours of contact, victims may also experience headache, fever, vomiting, and general discomfort. Additionally, acute kidney injury is possible. Kidney failure is a common and serious complication. And lastly, there's an inflammatory response. The venom also induces a significant systemic inflammatory reaction with the release of pro-inflammatory mediators that contribute to overall pathology. In essence, the assassin caterpillar deters predators by inflicting not just immediate pain, but a life-threatening, multi-systemic illness characterized by a catastrophic breakdown of the blood clotting system. The severity of the envenomation depends on the extent of contact and the amount of venom injected. Over 500 people have been killed by the assassin caterpillar. Next up, we have the giant bullet ant, Parapanera clavata. The giant bullet ant is in the order Hymenoptera, which includes the ants, bees, wasps, and sawflies. They grow up to 1.2 inches long. They're found in Central and South America. Their diet includes nectar, sap, insects, other arthropods, frogs, and carrion. Their defenses include an extremely painful, venomous sting, and their predators include other ants, spiders, cane toads, and phorid flies, which parasitize them. Bullet ants, Parapanera clavata, are infamous for possessing one of the most painful stings in the insect world, a highly effective deterrent against potential predators. They deploy this defense primarily to protect their colony and themselves when threatened. Here's how they use their venom. Before resorting to stinging, bullet ants often exhibit warning behaviors. They produce a high-pitched shriek or squeak by rubbing body parts together and may release a foul, garlicky odor to alert predators that they are not worth attacking. If their nest is disturbed or an individual ant feels threatened, they will react aggressively. When an intruder is detected, defenders may swarm out, releasing alarm pheromones to alert and recruit other colony members. Bullet ants possess a formidable stinger at the tip of their abdomen. If a threat persists, they will grab the intruder with their powerful mandibles and then arch their abdomen to impale the victim with their stinger, injecting venom. As social insects, one of their key defensive advantages is the ability to attack en masse, significantly increasing the amount of venom delivered to a larger predator. The primary and most devastating component of bullet ant venom is a potent neurotoxic peptide called poneratoxin. This toxin is responsible for the excruciating pain and other effects experienced by animals, including humans, stung by a bullet ant. First, there is extreme pain. The sting of a bullet ant is rated at the top of the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, 4.0 plus, described by entomologist Justin Schmidt as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The pain is often likened to being shot, hence the name bullet ant. It's characterized by waves of burning, throbbing, all-consuming agony that can persist unabated for 12 to 24 hours. In some regions, they are known as the 24-hour ant due to the long duration of the pain. This intense and prolonged pain is a powerful aversive stimulus. A predator that experiences such a sting is highly likely to remember the encounter and avoid bullet ants in the future, thus protecting the individual ant and its colony. Poneratoxin primarily targets voltage-gated sodium ion channels in the neurons of its victim. It modifies these channels, causing them to open more easily and, crucially, preventing them from closing properly. This disruption leads to prolonged and uncontrollable firing of nerve signals, especially in pain-perceiving neurons. The toxin sticks to the pain receptors for a long time and is difficult for the body to deactivate. In insects and other small animals, poneratoxin can block synaptic transmission in the central nervous system, leading to paralysis. Other effects include temporary paralysis. In humans and other vertebrates, the venom can cause temporary paralysis or uncontrollable shaking and trembling in the affected body part. Significant swelling and inflammation can occur at the sting site too. Other symptoms can include swelling of the lymph nodes, elevated heart rate, fever, nausea, and vomiting. While one sting is generally not lethal to healthy adult humans, multiple could potentially be fatal. The venom is potent enough to paralyze or kill other insects and smaller vertebrate predators like rodents or small insectivores. This makes the sting an effective defense against a wide range of potential threats. Lastly, we have the Asian Bombardier Beetle, Pherosophus jessoensis. The Asian Bombardier Beetle is in the order Coleoptera, which is the beetles. It reaches up to 0.7 inches long and is found in Japan, China, and North and South Korea. Its diet includes insects, carrion, and plant matter. It uses a burning chemical spray to defend itself. Its predators include spiders, ants, other arthropods, and frogs. How the Bombardier Beetle spray works. Inside its abdomen, the beetle stores 2 different harmless chemicals in separate little sacs or tanks. When the beetle feels threatened, it pumps these 2 chemicals into a special super tough mixing chamber also in its abdomen. In this mixing chamber, there are special substances called enzymes. These enzymes act like a spark or catalyst. When the two chemicals meet the enzymes, a very rapid chemical reaction starts. This chemical reaction instantly gets incredibly hot, almost a boiling point of water at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It also produces a lot of gas very quickly. It forces the super hot irritating chemical mix out of an opening at the beetle's rear end with a pop sound. It's like a tiny aimed explosion. The beetle doesn't just spray once, it can shoot out this hot chemical in rapid pulses like a tiny machine gun. This might help protect the beetle from its own heat and make the spray last longer. Amazingly, the beetle's own body is protected from this intense reaction, partly because the mixing chamber is very tough and the reaction happens right at the moment of spraying, directed outwards. Here's how the spray affects victims. When a predator gets sprayed by the Bombardier Beetle, it's a very unpleasant experience. It can cause immediate pain and a burning sensation on the skin or in the eyes and respiratory system of the predator. It also smells and tastes disgusting to most predators. The sudden pop, the heat, and the irritating chemicals all work together to startle, confuse, and repel the attacker, giving the Bombardier Beetle a chance to get away, while the predator is dealing with the unpleasant surprise. Essentially, the Bombardier Beetle spray is a highly effective defense because it combines intense heat with noxious, irritating chemicals, creating a multi-pronged attack that most predators would want to avoid. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed.